Wonderful people, I'm SharlotChi. Most welcome to the next Chi energy that is breaking down self-talk. Who has not experienced some level of self-talk in this big theater of truth on the planet these days? I think everybody understands what self-thought is and all these cycles, get generating the old same thoughts all of the time about a certain situation, about something you're experiencing. And so we can definitely override that, because there's no such thing as or as strong actually as breaking yourself down in vibration than through negative self-thought. So if we look at the brain and we start to understand how come we generate these negative thoughts about the situation, about people, about ourselves, condemning ourselves with, so many self-talk. And at times, if we look at it, it becomes pretty much ridiculous. For example, if you have you had a great night out and big laughter with friends and stuff, and that was great. Yeah, you enjoyed it. So you don't have too much self-talk when you enjoy the situation, and when there's nothing but positive, outlets and communication and fusion and whatever. But then again, if you had a night out with nothing but negative vibrations and opinions and judgments about people, then your brain can keep on talking and talking and talking, and this person says this, and what does that have to do with me, and why are they saying it that way, etc., etc., and keeps on culminating all these thoughts. I mean, 15, 20 minutes, half an hour even. So in the end, you're killing yourself, right? I think we all can very much relate to that. Getting out of that related relation is what I would like to address in this video, and give you really a short vision about what you could do. So, first of all, when these negative thought forms or self-talk is popping up, you immediately command them to go, as you don't want them to be part of you anymore. So you tell yourself, like DDBR, dense data removal, dense data removal, and you command. If your cells hear that command over and over again, you won't generate it, because it immediately deletes and comes with the black way. So if I go in judging something and I say DDBR, DDBR, and I breathe that in and I breathe, and it just removes itself from the cells. So the funny thing here is, if we understand the brain is merely a computer chip. So you can put anything in your computer and you can delete anything. So it's just about adding, subtracting, adding, simple math, adding and subtracting. Then again, if we look at our iPhone, most of people are on the iPhone, there's plenty of apps, right? It's easy. Download those apps and, play along with it, make it part of your life. But when the universe, when your spirit is asking you to download the spiritual apps in your brain, people go like, oh, what is that? How does that work? So the knowledge is as easy as downloading an app on your iPhone actually, and that is just downloading the app of positive affirmations, downloading the app that deletes negativity at once, downloading the app of intelligence, overriding negative patterns or repetitive cycles in your brain. So that is how easy it can truly get. The only thing that can stand in the way is the lack of knowledge, the lack of knowing how to do it. Well, if you work in meditation and you just ask for an app, that could be a design, it could be a geometric pattern, it could be a flower, it could be anything An app can be anything, right? That is actually the definition of an app. Application for, application for, application for, you know? And so one of my favorite apps, regarding this issue, because it is an issue, is first of all, the easiest, because I trained myself in that, is am I receiving this information for myself or not? Yes, it's for myself. Okay, I want the information from my spark, and I ask my spark, what do you think? And then the information just flows, is completely different, and you immediately remove the negative impact and you move that in a positive scenario, so to speak, positive dialogue with yourself. So that is one thing you can do, or go directly to your source, ask your source, what is my issue with this cycle here in my brain, and let's get that cycle out, uncycle it, decycle it, evaporate it would be the best way to do that. Another thing I often apply, because I love technology, I love new things, especially when it comes to neurology, science, physics, everything we have on the planet, we can have that in our brain, micro, macro, cosmos, right? So it's a matter of reinstalling everything, that was uninstalled, while deleting, or let's say, hard drive. That's the same like with a computer. If you clean your computer and everything got off your computer, you need to reinstall all your apps, like on your iPhone, right? So with being downloaded in the lowest degree of the matrix, we had the delete button to all those higher level spiritual apps. And so when we're moving the matrix and living full time in a crystalline grid system, we can reinstall the spiritual high level frequency apps. So one of my favorites here was, the telescopic devices. So I download a telescope in the middle of my brain, and I just look out into the universe and I say, now give me a good vision of what that recycling negative pattern about a certain issue, situation, person, whatever it is. And when I see myself in that vibration, I have no problem in quickly deleting it, because I see how it lowers my vibration. So that is one thing. And then, I turn my telescope 360 degrees around, so show me how my vibration is in a happy vibe. And when I see the difference, then I have an easy time of really killing that self-talk very, very quickly, and replace it by creative, higher vibration thought forms that put me immediately into creating new things, creating new thoughts, doing a creation. I'm interested in so many things. So are you, I hope. So you could do anything that uplifts your vibe very quickly. You could play music, you could dance, you could write poetry, you could make an artwork, you could paint, you could apply mathematics, you could come up with a new educational program for people. There is so much out there. The universe supplied us actually with truly everything we could ever possibly need at any time. So appreciate and be grateful to the universe, your source, your spark, your spirit, the three S's. So anytime you have such a pattern, call for your source, spark, spirit, breathe it through, ask it to override your patterns, or download some fancy apps you can come up. If you can come up with a fancy app, then it exists. Everything you think exists. So and then merge your brain apps with the apps on your cell phone, and you have a pretty good go while deleting many apps on your cell phone, because if they are in the recycled old consciousness of the matrix, then that is what you generate day in, day out, and that makes you um, want to continue to eliminate these negative patterns. So matching your vibration to the higher frequencies demands the delete button to low vibrational um, devices and stuff like it. So I hope there's a bit of fun with it. I hope you liked it, and thank you so much for subscribing, being with me. Leave me a comment if you have such an app and what you do with it, how you have fun with it, as we are here in community building, assisting each other and allowing new vibrations to come into the open. Because if you have a good look at the planet, as I said a million times before, the matrix is crashing. The light grids, the crystalline grids are crashing the matrix that is in between it. You know, we have a crystalline grid here and there, and the matrix, you know, we make pancakes from that, unless you want to remain in the matrix and you know, live in the density. It's all about choices. We have that freedom, yet I move into divine will all of the time. I don't want to have anything to do with free will, because, you know, divine will knows where I need to head. Divine will knows my path. Divine will generates and directs me into my path all of the time. If I move in free will, then, you know, things get stuck very, very easily, because that's the free will that thinks it knows, yet it knows actually hardly anything, as we are rewriting history and rewriting actually anything. So, and this is also a reason why many people with self-talk go really insane these days. That is what they think or they say, because when I see people talking out loud in society, I think they are the most sane people on the planet. uh, Reason for it, at least they express themselves, so they delete whatever is in their essence. They know they want to get rid of it, and that's the way they do it. They express it, and so, you know, they're a lot more happier than those people who keep these internal self-talk cycles going on and on and on and never stopping them, because that leads to a higher degree of insanity. Believe me, when I have something going on, I said, damn, did I let that into my body? I speak as loud as I do right now in my own home, and, you know, whatever I want. And so it makes me conscious about what my body needs to let go of and replace it by some higher, positive, enjoyable frequency. That's what we want, joy, right? So I hope it helps. Let me a comment here, leave me a comment, pardon me, about, you know, your delete button. How do you move through repetitive cycles or self-talk in that, yeah, tremendous computership that is our brain. Thank you so much for being with me, subscribing and liking, and so the video can circulate. See you tomorrow, guys. Thank you for being with me. I'm SharlotChi, logging out.